Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, talking about developments in Kogi. Well, I've got people who are tweeting, responding to what you have said, Abdulmalik. They say about Kogi State wearing a new look, as you say. They don't understand how that is, because they, in the first instance, many of them are saying that, look, the roundabouts in Lokoja have all been demolished. They don't have any information whatsoever about when they will be rebuilt. And you say Kogi is wearing a new look. How?
Yes, we have just finished the first phase of giving the new look to Lokoja in particular. When we came in, the roads were virtually impassable. That is the township. But now it is a story of the past. So, and the next phase is to expand the roads and then extend the work to rehabilitation of the roundabout. It's a gradual process, and because of the dearth of money, we are taking everything, every step with care. Now, having said that, I mentioned earlier that the state government has just gone into a discussion, agreement with the UNDP to develop 5 mega towns in the state: Lokoja, Okene, Kaba, and Ida. Now, we knew what we met on ground, and people are also aware of what we met on ground. Even down to government house. The government house was in the very, very terrible shape. If, for instance, you are entering a tenant is entering a new house, you expect the house to be renovated by the landlord, isn't it? Now, when we came to government house, the Lugard house was in terrible shape, stinking. You can't imagine that somebody domiciled in this house, in this lodge, the past few months. So what shall we do? And the government house is the first flag point, a flashpoint of any government.
I think
because visitors who are coming from far and near.
Had a stinking government house, which a lot of people in Kogi State will want to dispute, a stinking government house. But the issue is about the cars, and we'll still have to go back to that. And your government is of the APC that has been telling the nation and the world about change. And we still haven't seen anything that has changed with the procurement or of these cars. 109, whether they're for traditional rulers or for people you have appointed, and you did say they can't be seen walking to work. Please tell the people of Kogi State if this is important, because every time I ask, I still haven't been able to get a clear-cut answer. How important is this in a government that is in a recession? Are we in a recession, by the way? Because if this is coming from Kogi State and you giving it all the support and bite, it doesn't seem as if we're in a recession. $12 million for cars.
Excuse me, that's not true. If you enter Kogi State now, you will see Ford Ranger van dotted everywhere. The ones belonging to Navy, to the Army, to the police, to the civil defense, and the vigilante group. They are there on the roads. They are there conspicuously. Okay, go ahead.
The confusion is that, you said that the security vehicles that are in the past, you cannot give us the figures because you don't have them.
Yeah.
So the $12 million is being peddled. Is it for the new set of cars?
New set of cars to be procured.
Okay.
For government appointees, for government top functionaries, and that these cars are going to be monetized to them.
So,
as a means of cutting down cost on governance.
How much are we looking at, really, per vehicle?
The vehicles between 5 and 10 million naira. Because
if we convert $12 million, perhaps at a conservative rate of 350 naira to the dollar, we're looking at least 4.2 billion naira. Is that something that Kogi State can really afford at this time?
The truth you have to reconcile with yourself is that, do you want the workers, the government appointees, the top government functionaries to be trekking to office? You are not looking at this point. I have told you that since January that we came into the saddle, no single appointee has been given official car. You are not looking at this angle. Is that right? Is that what is happening in other states? Let's be fair to ourselves. Is that what is happening in other states? You find government appointees, commissioners, special advisors.
One would think that
trekking to office or using their personal cars.
Mr. Abdulmalik, one would think that every state would answer to the call of the recession as it can provide.
Yes.
It will first of all put the people who voted into
That's
office
exactly what we're doing.
into consideration before it begins to think about the comfort of special advisors
that is exactly
and commissioners.
What we are doing.
Is that right?
As I speak with you now, since January, no government appointee has received salary for more than 3 months.
So in other words,
what the His Excellency said is that until he finishes settling the civil servants' salaries, the appointees should be patient.
So they are owing up
before they start getting. So are you not saying that one too?
So you come back to it.
I mean,
you've come back to it. It then means that the government is owing after all. You just admitted. And if they are owing, and they're also owing the appointees, is car the most important? I still don't get it. They can track.
People are asking and saying, can we really afford this? Can Kogi State really afford this at this particular point in time?
So they say
I'm just asking, do you think that Kogi State really afford this purchase at this point in time?
Okay, how do you want them to function?
I'm asking a question, Mr. Abdulmalik. You're not answering any of my questions.
You are asking me a question.
I am asking if the Kogi State government, if you say that, political...
If you are saying that...
Just a moment. If you say that political appointees have made the sacrifice, that they barely collected any salary since the beginning of this year, fine. Are you saying that then Kogi State can afford to make the purchase for these vehicles at this point in time? Is this something that the Kogi State government can afford?
In every office environment, you have essential needs and occasional needs. Is vehicle not from, a procurement of vehicle for government officials, is it not part of the essential needs? Answer me.
So the
is it not part of essential needs?
The Kogi State government considers this an essential need.
Okay, do you want them to be riding motorcycles to the office or trekking to the office? Please, let's just be rational.
Mr. Abdulmalik, one more thing before we go, if you can hear me, I hope you can. Well, there are those who have also said that request or that order by the police banning, I think they call it public jubilation, when the verdict of the Supreme Court is handed down on Tuesday, they say it emanated, or that your government actually facilitated that. Is that correct?
That is speculation. That is speculation. People are free to entitled to their own opinions. What is important to the government is the peace and security of the state. So any act that will appear to scuttle the peace and the security of the state, the government should not waste time to take a proactive measure. There's no big deal about that. Let the Supreme Court verdict come, then we'll see the aftermath of it. That's all. So why are we preempting ourselves? That's not an issue. Well, people are not seeing that the governor used his own personal money to renovate the presidential lodge where he's operating from now. People don't talk about this.
If people don't,
that he used his own personal money to renovate.
Mr. Abdulmalik, people would think that when leaders offer their services, when they offer to lead the people, when they offer to come into public service, they already know that the sacrifices that will be demanded of them, especially when they were coming in a period where things are tough, and then they must really show that indeed they are public servants. So will the Kogi State people be asking for too much if they say, really, these expenses we're about to make now, can we really afford it? Are they asking for too much?
No. People are entitled to the opinion. How many people are asking? Who are those people asking? Governance is give and take. You look at it from two sides of the coin. Yes, criticism is good, but it should be constructive. If you say somebody is doing bad, the day he does good, you say it too. But in a situation whereby the so-called opposition will want to drum embers of discord, see nothing good from the government, it amounts to anarchy.
Well,
they are not really opposition.
At this point, I have to say thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on Sunrise Daily, Mr. Abdulmalik Abdulkarim, who is a special advisor to the Governor of Kogi State on media and publicity. Well, Sunrise Daily will take a moment. Now we'll have the other side in just a moment. Do join us again.